WIBTA for filling in a man-made pond against some neighbors' wishes. For the past several years, I've owned a property in a semi-rural area. It is part of an HOA with only 12 houses over 1,000 acres. So we don't get much in each other's way. There is a common area that abuts my property, and on it there is a pond that is fed via an irrigation headgate on a creek on my property and a cut that runs from it through my property. I've come to discover this pond is a real pain. One neighbor used to maintain it, without making a fuss, but he died. So dealing with it fell to me, as the neighbor most affected by it. And it's a pain. People trespass to go fishing or having their dogs swim in it. People from outside have come to ice skate on it, totally not safe. Closing parenthesis. It has silting problems. The headgate needs to be dug out every spring. Sometimes multiple times. The cut clogs up and has to be cleared. Then a beaver took up residence and kept blocking the outflow culvert, causing a flood on neighboring farmers' land. He was rightly pissed and I got the brunt of it. I was clearing out beaver blockages several days a week. Nobody else in the HOA would help. I did some research and discovered that the water right for the headgate belonged to me alone and not the association. Whoops. Closing parenthesis, There was no easement for the irrigation cut and cherry on the Sunday. The pond is actually on my property and not common area. Had a survey done just to be sure. I also discovered it wasn't really a pond. It was a hole dug up to provide fill for our road, and the original developer just routed irrigation into the hole and called it a pond. But this explains why it is such a mess. A landowner a mile away is now digging out a proper pond and he has to pay a ton to dispose of the fill, even though it is clean. I asked if it would help if he could put some of the fill in our pond and he offered to pay for the privilege. I have closed the headgate and started draining the pond. Some members of the HOA have been yelling at me that they like the pond, just to look at as they drive out to the main road. So I said, okay. If you like it, pay up $10,000 a year for someone to deal with the nonsense. They refused. I said that in that case the pond is getting filled in and planted with native grass. Using the money from taking the fill, they call me a selfish asshole. Am I? Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more.